The winning streak is over
Bye-bye.
as the Bears fall to the Baltimore Ravens 16-30 on a whatever the opposite of victory Monday would
Just
be.
a normal Monday.
Just
as a Bears
regular
fan.
regular sad Monday.
Yeah.
My name is Eric. With me, as always, is my bestie, Brett. Brett,
How do you do, Eric?
how are you feeling?
I feel great.
Yeah? We were scheduled
feel
to
great.
record this morning, but you were busy.
I feel great. It was, man, that was just really a fun day, a Sunday fun day for me.
Yep.
And,
And
unfortunately, yeah, a lot of losses.
a lot of losses.
No, just one, the Bears.
Oh, well, that makes it your drinking wasn't even rewarded.
No, it was
No,
not.
it's not.
Quite
It
the
wasn't
opposite,
even
actually.
wasn't even worth it.
No,
So,
never is.
Before we dive into the sadness, as always, we'd like to remind you about our sponsor, Total Roofing and Construction. As you can see the sign behind me,
TRC.
it's like NBC, but
I don't know.
TRC.
Yeah,
That's
sounds
pretty good. We will hear from more about them. I can't talk today. Later.
Did I drink or you?
Yeah,
yesterday?
it might have been me. We'll hear more from Total Roofing later in the show.
Good, I can't wait.
But
We should talk more about TRC and not the Bears.
yes, we might just extend the sponsor segment to 45 minutes and just
Yeah.
the Bears, just not talk about them at all.
Yep.
Let's talk about basketball instead.
I haven't watched a second of basketball.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
you can talk. I'll watch you.
Victor Wembanyama's scary.
He is a tall man.
He trained with monks in the off season.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's pretty
like he
interesting.
went to the Shaolin temples and trained. So he's probably gonna score 90,000 points in one season.
I did see he had 40 in an opening night.
Yeah, it's very scary. Nobody that tall should be able to do the things that he does.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Makes me feel uncomfortable. Bears 16, Ravens 30. So, Brett, last week we did the new segment, the
Yeah.
good, better, best. But considering that we lost this week, I decided to reverse it and
Yep.
do the bad, worst
That's smart.
segment.
We
So,
turned Do Not Disturb on, sorry.
yeah. So let's start off with the bad. The Ravens end the 4-game win streak by the Chicago Bears. Tyler Huntley once again
Snoop.
gives the Ravens the edge against Chicago.
Snoop-a-loop.
Takes advantage of a dysfunctional
They call
Bears
him Snoop.
offense. Why do they call him Snoop?
I don't know. That's his nickname.
And depleted Bears defense.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Shout out to Snoop. The worst, the Bears' run game, which had been a strength of the team the last 2 weeks, was stymied by a tough Baltimore defense. They failed to break 100 yards on the ground, leaving the passing game to make up the difference. They didn't. Despite being healthy, DeAndre Swift didn't seem like he was 100%. And the worst, after totaling 15 takeaways the last 4 weeks, the Bears' defense managed 0 turnovers on Sunday, giving up 178 rush yards, 177 passing yards for an average of 6 yards per play to the Ravens offense, and registering 1 sack while failing to contain
Damn it, Kyle. You got me mid-yawn.
Tyler Huntley.
He's laughing, too. You bastard. Sorry.
So that's the bad worst of it, Brett. I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, they're
What,
really,
what did you see last?
What
did you
didn't I
yesterday?
see? I mean, obviously the defense really depleted coming in. Kyler Gordon, that really was a head scratcher because I didn't know he injured himself, and then he went on the injury report late in the week, and then now he's on the IR, and so that's already unfortunate. Obviously the defense had been great with takeaways, and when you don't get any takeaways, that's what happens. I mean, they were very reliant on those, and as a result, that would put the offense back on the field, and then the offense just the first half was decent. Our first quarter, running the ball, they were running it pretty efficiently, and Caleb looked like okay, this is gonna be that game, but in the first quarter they get down to the red zone twice and just can't punch it in. And that's been the story of the last couple weeks. I don't want to sit here and say Caleb is I'm not going to say he's a bust or anything. I'm not going to say it's time for Tyson Bagent. I feel like it's still way too early. I did send you stuff. I was pretty inebriated when I was just watching the game, and I don't think he played well yesterday. But I still think it's like the whole thing. Oh, it's still early. I'll give him more of a benefit of the doubt. But yesterday was a game where it would have been nice to see him do things that he should be doing by this point in his career. And then on the other side of the ball, Snoop Huntley outplayed him. I mean, quite simply. He got outplayed. I want to know, was that his nickname all his life? Or was you just out of nowhere get called Snoop Huntley? I hope that was his nickname from like a little child.
I feel like I would have remembered that from the last time when he
beat us.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah.
A lot
but
of things happened in 5 years.
Ben Johnson also, I didn't think he had a good game play or calling plays. I thought there was a lot of things that are just it was just a bad day all around yesterday for the Bears. And again, it's still 4-3. You can't be upset about that. But man, I did not expect to lose by 2 scores to the Snoop Huntley led Ravens. Penalties. 11 more penalties yesterday. And I did think that, again, this isn't, the old conspiracy theory, but there were some blatant missed calls the Ravens should have had. There was a helmet-to-helmet call that was not made.
Yep.
And then DeAndre Hopkins, when he had that big 4th down conversion,
Very
grabbed
egregious.
the face mask, and it was a push-off, and then grabbed the face mask.
Yep.
And as a result, they get the first down. It's a no call. They end up scoring a touchdown on that drive. That was on 4th down. They would have got the ball back, and who knows what could have happened.
It's a drive that was within one score.
It's still 23-16, right?
Yep.
So penalties just continue to plague this team, and it's all the pre-snap penalties too. The false starts are just so frustrating. And then, Caleb had a couple the intentional grounding right before the half when they had Rubber Lake come in to try and boot that on the fire drill.
Yeah.
Just can't take that penalty, and it sounded like him and Colston just weren't on the same page. But it's like, when are we going to be on the same page, y'all? Anyways, it's Monday, and we lost, so it's okay, though. There's so much more to life than the Bears.
I had so many directions I wanted to go with this, and maybe this is the point where, I haven't been in the position before where I've had to critically analyze games. I usually can just enjoy them,
right,
and then forget about it and move on to the next one. So during the last 4 weeks, we've been lauding the defense and lauding the run game, and behind those 15 takeaways, the defensive numbers haven't been great. We're in the bottom half of the league for most defensive metrics.
Right. Still no pass rush.
They've just been really, really great at taking the ball away, which is a good thing to do on defense. But the Ravens, credit to them and credit to John Harbaugh, and they definitely got some help with Roquan and
they finally
Smith
got healthy
back
on defense too.
Yeah, Roquan Smith came back. Kyle Hamilton came back. They're two of their big guys.
Yeah,
and again, maybe I caused the ripple in the universe by saying that I'd rather have Tremaine Edmonds than Roquan Smith because he took it kind of personally.
Yeah.
So, Roquan's still good.
But there's a lot more context to that behind
Yes.
just Roquan versus Tremaine Edmonds. You also had other players that were involved with that trade. So, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So going back to the Ravens, John Harbaugh is a good coach, and he clearly saw what maybe we should have saw the last couple of weeks, is that the run game and the takeaways have buoyed this team above what they're actually performing.
Right.
And so John Harbaugh made the adjustments. Yes, the first quarter was great. We had some awesome drives that frustratingly ended in field goals, which is another problem that we're having, is converting points in the red zone, which is really, really frustrating.
Thank God they
when
were
we
in
get
the
down
red
there.
zone with Rubber Leg back yesterday. So.
Yeah. Jake Moody controversy. Kicking controversy in Chicago, maybe.
Yep.
John Harbaugh clearly made adjustments after those 2 drives, and they filled up the box, stopped the run.
Mm-hmm.
They said, all right, we're going to take away the one thing that you guys do well, run the ball, and now Caleb has to beat him through the air. And we were unable to beat the Ravens through the air.
Right.
And we didn't give Caleb extra opportunities to do so because we didn't take the ball away.
Yeah.
So if we weren't taking the ball away, the Tyler Huntley and the Ravens depleted offense was able to feast on our defense, which was down to our 4th string corner and everybody else that was injured.
Yeah.
So credit to John Harbaugh for stepping up and stopping the 2 things that we do well. The other 2 aspects of the game, special teams and passing offense, weren't able to step up and challenge them.
Yeah.
And so now we're sitting here having this discussion about, if you're able to take those 2 things away from the Bears, if you take care of the ball, don't turn it over, and if you can't establish the run game, what's the identity of the Bears? What do they do well? And it's not really anything at this point.
Yep.
So
it really is frustrating for an offense that has so many good weapons and a lot of toys for Ben to play with, but we just haven't seen them outside of that Dallas game. We have not seen this offense click the way it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
We have not seen Caleb elevate the team. They're not winning because of Caleb. They're winning with Caleb. There's a big difference there. And quite frankly, I would love to see them win more because of Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't happened yet. And I know last week I was talking about let's not compare everybody, but it is so hard to not go on Twitter and see Drake May going off and doing what he's doing. Bo Nix, doing what he's doing.
Broncos scored 44. Patriots
Exactly.
scored 32, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And Caleb, just for whatever reason, it's just not there right now. And I don't know if his confidence is down. I don't know if it's just this Ben Johnson offense is very intricate and he's just not fully picking it up yet. But again, there's a couple of good games ahead. Tough games too. I mean, the going to Cincinnati and they just put up 38 points and got beat by Justin Fields, which I was glad to see Justin finally get a win. And then New York Giants come to town. And I think it's Minnesota, but yeah, definitely not a lot of good there yesterday. I don't really know of any player you can even pinpoint to say, yeah, that was what a great game that was. It was just across the board, kind of just ugly.
Yeah, and even we can kind of say during some of the ugly wins that Ben Johnson's coaching was the difference. I can't say that yesterday.
Yeah.
End of the first half kind of had me feeling like it was a Eberflus type game with the way the clock, some of the clock management stuff was going on. First of all, there was a scramble. Caleb had like a 22-yard scramble to like get them in the situation to potentially score.
Yeah.
And it looked like maybe from a couple angles he could have gotten out of bounds. He chose to slide instead.
Right.
He might have gotten lit up by the defender. It was going to be close.
Yeah.
And if he tried to get out of bounds, he might have taken a pretty big hit. So I can't fault him too much for that when we're sitting here saying like, oh, he needs to slide and stuff like that. He like did what we've been harping on him to. But then we get down to the goal line and it's just like we're not passing into the end zone. It's like we're doing runs. Ben Johnson calls a questionable like QB sneak with Caleb.
Yeah, which I thought he broke the plane, but I guess not.
It was you could argue, but I guess we just didn't get that call. Like we haven't gotten a lot of calls. So usually I haven't had too much trouble with Ben Johnson's play calling other than like getting the tight ends involved. Especially during tight end day, man, we should have gotten. It looked like we were going to get Loveland going early.
I know, he had the first catch of the game, a beautiful rollout, bootleg, wide open, 22 yards, and then just flatlined.
That drive at the end of the second half just felt like it was from last year.
Yeah, it really did. And DJ Moore was wide open, and again, Caleb said he thought DJ was going to keep running his route, and he just stopped, and that's why he missed him like by 5 yards. It's like, guys, we got to get on the same page. Like, that wouldn't have really done much probably because it would have been 24 seconds and we still would have been down a score. But, like, it really is frustrating. And, yeah, you get down in the red zone. That's where you're supposed to get points and not settle for field goals. And, unfortunately, yesterday, 3 red zone trips, 2 of them ended in field goals, and the other end of the game.
The games in which we were getting our ass kicked, we were doing well in the red zone. We were converting touchdowns. And now, over the 4-game win streak, it's like we've been unable to, like, get in the red zone. We've had to settle for a lot of field goals, which is fine, like I said, when the defense is taking the ball away and preventing the other team from getting possessions.
Right.
But when you don't take the ball away and the other teams have possessions, like field goals aren't enough. Mm-hmm. And especially when you rely on those field goals, like you have to have a kicker that can hit 55, 60 yarders in this league now. And that's really changed the calculus. And it feels like anybody that doesn't have one of those is at a significant disadvantage.
Yep,
because
we are.
Because all it takes with the new kickoff rules to like not land it in the landing zone and then you get that penalty and you start on the 35.
Right.
Basically, you only have to get 15, 20 yards and you're within reasonable field goal range for some of the better kickers in the league. So, I mean, I try not to shit on our guys because I try to support them and be optimistic as much as I can. But it's like Kyle can't hit 55, 60. And again, maybe he would have hit it.
And that's a really,
they call it the hurricane drill where they ran him out there.
It's really not the ideal for a kicker, but I thought he nailed it though. I mean, it was straight, and I'm like, oh my god, he did it. And
he just needed a little more
short,
power.
I was
on
like,
it.
motherfucker.
Yeah, Ben Johnson didn't. I just think he didn't rise to meet the occasion. I thought John Harbaugh outcoached him. The Ravens came in with a really great game plan. They executed without Lamar Jackson. Speaking about Lamar Jackson. I didn't appreciate some of the fuckery that went on this week.
And the NFL
are being investigated.
Yeah, the NFL's not. They might get the hammer getting thrown down.
Because they were listed at him every week as like every day as like a full participant in practice.
Right.
And then as soon as the deadline for the injury report hits, they're like, oh, he's not going to play.
Yeah.
Which to me, and they showed a graphic during the game about how like many like the Ravens offense without Lamar and with Lamar over the season, and he accounts for like 30 fucking points.
I know.
So you have to think that, Lamar being in or out of the game could really affect some of the betting lines. A lot of people have a lot of money on the game. So that just feels like very dishonest. Feels just very, very dishonest and very frustrating. And then the Bears were like preparing to face him all week. And then at the last, this is not an excuse, but at the last minute, they now have to face Tyler Huntley, who has beaten us before. And it's different game plan for facing somebody who's like when you plan for Lamar Jackson, like you're planning for like the really mobile, really accurate 2-time MVP.
And that's what Snoop looked like.
Yeah, we made him look like that for sure. So yeah, I just thought that was a little bit suspicious. Yahoo Sports did report that they are investigating.
That was so bizarre too, because every day, again, I thought I was the smartest man in the world. The line came out last Sunday, and the Bears were the underdogs by 6.5 points. So they got Vegas was thinking they were going to lose by a touchdown. And I'm like, the fuck they are. I'm going to hammer that. So I did. And then about Wednesday, I'm like, Lamar's not going to play in this game. And the money line was at like 270. I hammered that. I was like, I'm going to win like $300, nothing crazy. But I thought I was outsmarting the system. And then it came out that he wasn't going to play. And I'm like, yeah, cool. We're going to win. And then we didn't. But it was bizarre on Saturday. Like the Ravens put out something. I've never seen something like this. They put out like, after further review, we have changed Lamar's Friday practice status. And it's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And then this morning I heard that, there's potentially going to be like a 6-figure fine. Might lose a draft pick too.
Ooh.
Especially because of everything that happened with the NBA last week. I think the NFL wants to hey, set a precedent on all the, there's a lot of fuckery right now in sports when it comes to bettings. And I know you've said jokes like, this is brought to you by, this take is brought to you by DraftKings or presented by Sports or FanDuel, whatever.
DraftKings, please sponsor us.
Yeah. But no, that was a
plug.
really, really bizarre situation. But I mean, I just really disappointed that they let Snoop Huntley just outplay them like he did. He played really well yesterday. Like, you can't take anything away from him. The defense just didn't do anything really. And that's what's unfortunate. The pass rush too, dude. Like, we put so much money on that D line.
Montez got to him one time, and that was it.
But where's Dayo Adengbo been?
There were a couple times we flushed him out of the pocket.
Yeah,
but
and he's good. He's mobile.
He ran or he made a pass downfield and torched our secondary when we flushed him out of the quarterback.
Right.
But you're right. Where's Dayo Adengbo? I know Shamar Turner went down. Jervon Dexter looked shaken up. So it's like those guys got to step up. Grady Jarrett was back, and everyone was just like, "Oh, that should help." He was really a non-factor all game. So. And then, we just no pressure. Every phase of the defense where we thought we were improving was just like a non-factor.
Yeah, everything just took a step back yesterday.
And especially, too, I totally forgot that Tyreek Stevenson wasn't out yesterday because I was like, why is our secondary so big? So we should have Tyreek. I totally forgot. So,
Kyler Gordon was out. We were down our 2 CBs.
Still Jalen Johnson's still gone. Yeah, so.
And I saw that, Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon were drafted in the same class a couple years ago. And of, the potential 57 games, they've only been together on the field for half of them, and in the last 2 seasons, they've only been on the field together at 7 games.
Ugh.
And those are 2 great pieces on your defense, and
when
they're
rarely
on the field together.
Yeah,
Jalen Johnson too. He's been out since the Detroit game. So,
yeah. I mean, but Ben Johnson's no stranger to the injury bug though, because Detroit was decimated last year, and they still had guys come up. They still found a way to win. So when injuries happen, guys got to step up,
right?
And guys are very clearly just not stepping up. They can't meet the moment.
Yeah.
The penalties to me have more than anything.
They're just so frustrating, and
the penalties and the tight end thing are the 2 things that are driving me the most crazy this season. Another 11 penalties, 79 yards. We're 64 accepted penalties for 533 yards. So far, that's 2 whole games of production almost.
Right.
What are we doing? And Ben can only coach them so much. These guys got to step up and execute. They cannot be sloppy. And I'm getting the sense that those penalties are starting to breed some negative feelings, especially on the offense where it's killing drives. And it's well, you guys can't be mad at each other, or maybe you should be mad at each other.
Right.
Hold each other accountable. You got to fix this stuff in practice.
Yeah.
Even I can accept when there's stuff that happens during the plays, like holding or pass interference. That's part of the game.
Yeah, it happens.
But when you're making all these penalties pre-snap,
mm-hmm.
you're not even getting the playoff, and you're putting yourself in a hole.
Yeah.
It's just incredibly frustrating.
Yeah,
I feel
illegal shifts or illegal formation.
I feel Caleb gets frustrated. I feel DJ gets frustrated. All these guys get frustrated, and then they're just not on the same page.
Yeah.
And that bleeds into the gameplay that we're seeing.
Well, and one of those false starts was really it was kind of bullshit. The Ravens were pointing at something "Yo, call a false start." It was on Joe Tooney, and he didn't even move. And they just drew the flag and threw a false start because the Ravens told them to, basically. So, again, the refs have been really bad this year, but the Bears don't help themselves with those pre-snap penalties. You can't get upset with the refs outside of that false start where they just were told to throw a flag when it's all stuff that's pre-snap that you're doing. Things that are happening. Like Colson Loveland had one. And I remember seeing his reaction. He was fucking pissed. And it's like, good, you should be.
Yeah.
Like, stop moving.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
it's bad.
If you have a penalty, run a mile in practice. Like, we got to do something to get that fixed because that's, to me, that's one of the most pressing issues. I think we're now the team that's in last ranked overall in the NFL for penalties and accepted yards.
Yep.
Like, it's
not surprising.
So, and you can't just be like, oh, it is the refs, because it's like a different crew every week. And it's a different crew calling 8, 9, 10, 11 penalties on us every single week. So we've had like the crew that like calls the most penalties.
Right.
And then we've had a bunch of different crews all across the spectrum in there. And it's like consistently anywhere from like 8 to 10 penalties every single week.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's got to get fixed.
Right.
I don't know how you fix it. I just sit here and talk about it, but it's got to get fixed. And like you said, when you have 500 yards of penalty yards in a season,
that's a lot of yards.
The Jets had 500 yards of offense yesterday. So that's a significant amount of yards, and it kills me. It absolutely kills me. I agree with you. I think it's too early. Like, every time we lose, like, people get the torches and pitchforks out and want to come for Caleb.
Yes.
Like, and it's only exacerbated because, like you said, Drake May is playing really good. Bo Nix is playing really good. Jaden Daniels has played pretty good the games he's been in this season. And so now here we go, like 16, 17, 18, 20, however many games we are in Caleb's career.
Right.
And people aren't seeing the same growth from him as they are Drake May and Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And now, again, I saw it in the comments. I was watching a couple of the Sports After Live shows, and people are like, Bajent. And I'm just like, we can't keep doing this.
Right.
Like, there will get to a point where we can be like, all right, it's been this long. You know, we're in year 3 of Caleb, and if it still looks like this,
then a year from now,
then we can start having that conversation. But right now, like, this is the reality that we are in right now, and just knee-jerking, turning the wheel to the left and being like, bench him and put Bajent in is not the right answer. Like, we need to find out if this guy is our guy.
Right.
For sure. I still feel like he is. I will feel like he is until he's off the roster. That's just how I am with our quarterbacks. I felt the same way about Jay Cutler when everyone hated him. I felt the same way about Mitch when everyone hated him. I felt the same way about Justin Fields when everyone hated him. I was like, this is our guy, and I got to roll with him because I have to watch him.
Yeah.
And me sitting here expending my energy bitching about him and saying that we need to replace him or whatever is just going to put us in the same situation that we are in now.
Right. Well, and again, Caleb he's a good quarterback. He can be a good quarterback. He's not playing like a good quarterback right now, but he does still make some throws that are like, holy shit, dude! Like in the fourth quarter, that throw to DJ Moore when he got blasted, somehow right in DJ's breadbasket.
Yes,
that was a great throw. Also, Rome Odunze with another drop. Caleb, just a bullet to him on the sideline.
Throwing the ball very hard,
but Rome dropped it again. It's like, come on, man! But he still makes some decisions that I just don't get. Like that interception he threw.
Yeah.
That was a terrible decision. Into double coverage. Kyle Manungai was wide open in the flat on in the check down.
Yeah, check down.
And that was the game. I mean, there's little things that he does well, but you want to see it just happen more consistently. And maybe this weekend against the Bengals is going to be a chance for him to get right. They're a terrible passing defense, and they just gave up 39 points to the winless Jets. So hopefully the Bears can take advantage and kind of a get right game ahead of the next second half of the season.
Yeah. I know that I am as desperate as anyone for the Bears to have like a good offense and a good quarterback. Like, I've gone most of my life not seeing that.
Yeah.
The best offense I've probably seen was the one Jay Cutler year when Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey both had 1,000 yards.
Yep.
And we had Matt Forte in the backfield.
I love
that. Was probably like the best season. And 2018 was pretty good too. Mitch's that year. Mitch was pretty good.
Yeah.
And the defense was incredible. Like, aside from that, I have just watched abysmal Bears offense for most of the time most of the memories I have watching this team. I started watching the team like after 2000 and then like in the lead up to the Super Bowl, and like that was all defense.
Yep.
So I'm just as desperate as you guys for a quarterback that can get us the offense that we're looking for. But watching Caleb just doesn't feel like watching the other guys. Like, you watch any of the marquee quarterbacks in the league, and it feels like they exert this control over the game where they can, like, it just feels like they're in control. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it feels like they're in tune with the rhythm and the flow, and they can manipulate the game to, like, make the plays they need to make in order to keep the ball moving. Yeah. And I see that there are some times that Caleb does that, but then there are other times where I feel like he's just kind of, like, hanging out for your dear life and, like, just allowing the play and the flow of the game to, like, dictate what he's doing.
Yep.
Again, coming from a person that's never played quarterback or organized football in his entire life. But to me, like, Caleb has to get to that point where he can, like, exert that control over the offense he's commanding,
right,
over the guys he's throwing to.
Yep.
And that, to me, is the most important thing. Like, he had a better completion percentage yesterday. He almost threw for 300 yards, even though a lot of that yardage was in garbage time, and he had an interception. He is on pace to have the most yards ever. He's on pace to break the record. He's not on pace to break 4,000, but he is on pace to break the Bears record for most passing yards.
3,700 by, like, I think it's Steve Kramer.
Yes, he's on pace for like 39 and some change. But we cannot have a quarterback that hasn't thrown touchdowns in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no passing touchdowns.
We can't be that one-dimensional.
Right.
So whatever it is, whether Caleb is missing opportunities, which he is, and Ben Johnson seems to be really run-heavy in the red zone.
I don't get that. I really
whether
don't.
He doesn't trust
right.
Caleb in the red zone throwing the ball, I don't know what that situation is. I know that somebody said that was one of the complaints about Ben Johnson in Detroit, was that he was really run heavy in the end zone a lot. That's just part of his offense, but he's gonna have to get to. You have to be able to pass for touchdowns.
Yeah.
In the league, like you need to.
You can't keep settling for field goals, and that happened again yesterday. In the first quarter too. Like,
right.
That first quarter was like, all right, what a great quarter. 15 minutes of football, and then just everything else from there just went to shit. I mean, Ravens took over in second quarter. Derrick Henry became Derrick Henry, and just everything flip-flopped for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they stopped the run, and they dared us to beat them.
Right. I think we only had the ball once or twice in the second quarter. We had a 3-and-out drive, I'm pretty sure, and then that last drive that ended the half with the missed field goal.
Yeah.
So
we had the ball for all, like, 12 of 15 minutes in the first quarter.
And then, like, 2 minutes in the second.
Yeah, and then the game flipped so fast. It was like vertigo.
Right.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, after that first quarter, I was like, this is awesome. Like,
same.
We're gonna score.
All right, they're gonna get it. They'll get it.
We're gonna
right.
score like 30 points. Like, they have control of but then John Harbaugh stepped up, stopped the run, and we couldn't do anything, and the defense couldn't get takeaways. And Tyler Huntley gashed our secondary. Zay Flowers being, I think, was he back probably too? Yeah. Zay Flowers being back.
They were healthy outside of Lamar.
Yeah. So they got healthy during the bye, which was really good for them. And now I have to be. We joked a game before this about how we were going to go on to win 7 games. It'd be 7-2 by the time we played Vikings, right? Now we have to go into a Bengals game that a couple weeks ago when Jake Browning was playing, they seemed laughably beatable. And yesterday, Joe Flacco put up 38 points. And the only shining light is that the Jets offense, who has been abysmal up until yesterday, and like the first game of the season when they went toe-to-toe with the Steelers, put up 39 points and 500 yards on the Bengals defense. The Jets offense did that. And I can confidently sit up here and say that the Bears offense is better than the Jets offense, because it is. Now, if we can't do that to the Bengals defense, and Caleb has a mediocre game against a defense that Justin Fields put up good numbers on, then the calls are only going to grow louder, and we're going to have to start having some conversations. That is a defense you should be able to take advantage of, especially with Trey Henderson hurt and out now.
Right.
If old man Flacco can put up 38 points against the
he's their quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah, but
so
he can almost outshoot 38. Yeah, 38
so
points.
If old man Flacco can put up 38 points, like, that does not bode well for our defensive secondary.
Right. Well, they
with
got
Jamar and
T.
Higgins,
right?
And we don't have any of our cornerbacks.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Bengals game that felt winnable now all of a sudden feels really dangerous.
Yep. If I were a betting man, I'm not anymore. I deleted the apps because I'm done with betting. It's dumb and it's just a waste of money. But if I were a betting man, I would bet Jamar Chase to score 3 touchdowns and 100+ yards. Actually, I might re-download the apps just to do that because then I'll be rich.
That Jets game was wild. Brees Hall threw a touchdown.
Did he?
and ran for 2 touchdowns. It was nuts.
Yeah. Well,
We should
I
still
hope
trade
that
for him.
Caleb throws for a touchdown, at least one on Sunday. That'd be great because right now he only has 9 passing touchdowns on the year. I'm pretty sure.
If DJ and Rome can't take advantage of that Bengals defense, it's like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like then
And that's what stinks too is like our offense outside of Cole Kmet, we are very healthy right now, and our offense continues to just have stagnant drives. That I mean, last week they scored 26 points, but there's just so much more to be.
the offense
desired.
is the healthy unit.
Yes,
and
they are leaving so much on the table, so much points on the table on the board. Or off the board, whatever the hell the saying is. I don't know, whatever. They aren't scoring as much points as they should or can and could because of just situations in the game.
And I won't sit here and say that the O-line is like a top 5 O-line, but they've been playing better.
Yeah, they've given him enough time to be a quarterback.
It is
but he's
significantly
not really
better.
a pocket passer, though.
No, he's not.
So, but that's the thing. Like, that first play of the game, beautiful rollout. Get him out. That's when he thrives is, on the move. And we need to – it sucks. I feel like we said that all the time about Justin Fields and Mitch. What is the problem with us getting these mobile quarterbacks that aren't pocket passers? Like Jay Cutler was a pocket passer. But you got to do stuff to cater to his strengths, and those are when he does thrive and throw the ball well. But he's just really inaccurate or just some decision-making just not there. So
Yes. The thing I can trust is I trust Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
I definitely think we have our coach.
I do too.
Like, he's the guy. So it's going to be on his shoulders to figure all this out.
Right.
And so it's on his shoulders first. And then if everything, we've seen flashes of it, but like Caleb has to be the difference maker that we drafted him to be.
Yep.
At the end of the day, if things are going bad, if the run game is being stopped, if our defense is getting torched, like Caleb has to be able to pick up the slack.
Yes.
You can't do that every week. That's not a formula for winning. You're not going to put it all on Caleb's shoulders, but like on the weeks where everything else isn't working, we need to be able to rely on him to keep us in the game.
Yeah.
That's the quarterback's job. So right now, it doesn't look like he can do that. It doesn't look like the passing game can do that. And I'm not just blaming Caleb because the passing game as a whole needs to be better, but Caleb runs the offense.
Right.
So yeah, we need to be able to rely on him to dig us out of holes.
Yeah.
It's complementary football. Some weeks it'll be the defense, some weeks it'll be the offense.
And again, I was hoping that yesterday would have been that game for him, like a get right game, get back on track, and it wasn't, unfortunately. And now you have a prime, like you said, on Sunday. If Justin Fields and the New York Jets can put up 39 on this defense, then I hope to God the Bears can put up 30 plus. They should be able to. And if they don't, then that New York game is a lot scarier, although they lost Cam Scatteraboo. But Jackson Dart, like everybody, Caleb is just, he has so much potential to be great, and he's just being outplayed across the board and at the quarterback position, and it's kind of getting it's annoying. It's a little annoying. It's frustrating.
No, but
I really want him to not.
It's
play.
hard to sit up here after every single game, every single week, and say Caleb's going to be fine.
Yeah,
and all of his contemporaries keep making strides. Like,
right.
We can't just lie. We can't keep lying to ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that was drafted before Caleb is playing better than him right now. Even guys that were drafted, in the last couple of years are playing better than him right now. I mean, there's not many people that I would say that Caleb is playing better than right now. He's just not. And that's the reality. It doesn't mean we're not going to support him and give him his flowers when they're due, but we have to sit up here and hold him accountable and say that he has to be able to step up and lead the offense.
I would love to buy that man flowers because he deserves them, but he needs to earn them.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he's still on track to break the passing record.
Right.
Like, I think he is still very talented, but between him and Ben Johnson, like, it's their responsibility to get it figured out, and we will not win in this. Defense will only take you so far. We have to have at least a good quarterback to be able to complement the defense. And right now, our defense is not very good because we have so many injuries, and they're just not, apart from the takeaways, they're not playing very well according to every defensive metric. So, yeah, when things we're turning the ball over and running the ball good, things are all hunky-dory, but that is masking so many other problems that this team still has, and that's the reality.
Yep.
So, the Bengals game is scary.
It is.
That terrifies me.
Yep. Like,
Jamar Chase could have, like 300 yards and 4 touch. Easy. I see it.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
I see it.
I got him in fantasy.
It would be stupid. So, it's clear that the Bengals can still score points, and they're
Yeah.
going to score points on our defense because of the injuries and just the struggles they've been having. So we are going to have to keep up with the Bengals on offense. That's
Yep.
just the reality.
And we're playing Joe Flacco. Remember the last time we played Joe Flacco? He was with the Browns like 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We were leading by with Justin Fields.
Is that
like
the
by
David
2 or
Njoku
3
game?
scores. Yeah, and
Where, like,
he
David
ended up
Njoku
taking
had like
him.
3 touchdowns or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brought the Browns back and beat
man.
us in the fourth quarter. That was Matt Eberflus's terrible teams, though. But
Joe Flacco is elite.
he is.
He is. Put that man in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it.
But yeah, we're on to Cincinnati.
We're on to Cincinnati. Bears got to play better across the board. That
New win
includes
streak starts Sunday.
everybody. That is the official position of 9-5 Bears. Even Caleb.
Yeah.
He's got to play better. And then, hopefully we get a new win streak started.
Hope to God we do win because last year we were
Losing
4-2 and then
sucks.
lost.
Oh,
10
God.
straight and
We did talk about how this is like similar to
I know,
last year
it's-
and to 2018.
yeah, it's very
strange.
similar. And no, it's gonna be fine. Sunday's gonna be fine. We're all fine. How you doing? We're good.
If anything, that 4-game win streak taught us that winning is so much more fun than losing.
Yeah,
But like the pain of losing is like so much more intense a feeling than the joy of winning.
yeah, it really is.
Like losing just sucks. Like it ruins the whole day.
Yeah, I mean, but we're used to it. I don't like losing, but we're so used to it. And no, I think next
We're not
Monday,
going to get out of either. We were born into this.
Yeah,
so.
next Monday will be a victory Monday.
Yeah.
I know it.
Did you see that one Jets fan?
Yeah.
The young Jets fan.
I was born into it.
He's
and-
like, man, I'm never gonna leave. I was born into it. He's like, I hate this team.
yeah,
Like, I get it, man. I feel for you.
Yep.
I really do. So, yeah.
we can relate.
Scary game against the Bengals next week, and potentially also scary game against the Giants. Jackson
know.
Dart makes them. So yeah, that could potentially be, and then. Probably by the time we play the Vikings, they'll decide to play J.J. McCarthy,
Probably,
and that'll be a
and
scary
that's
game.
in Minnesota.
So
yeah.
all the games this year that I was like, oh yeah, those are probably fine, are now very scary.
But
Happy Halloween.
But the Ravens game, it sucks that we didn't get to play Lamar because I would have liked to have seen how we play against him. We were never going to win that game.
No, if Lamar played, no.
In Baltimore, that was never going to be a W on the schedule. So the next 2 or 3 weeks are very winnable games. And then I think that takes us to the Steelers game.
Yeah,
next 3
maybe.
weeks, and
Yeah.
then Steelers, and then Eagles, and then I don't remember.
We have
But
Eagles in there. We have Browns in there.
And you'll be at the Giants game.
I will be at the Giants
I'll
game.
be at the Steelers game, so we'll have boots on the ground, 9-5 Bears boots on the ground.
Yes, I'll have to
the
make,
next 2 home games.
I'll make some TikToks live while we're there or something. But
I like that.
very upset that I won't get to see Cam Scadaboo play now. That's
It's
frustrating.
unfortunate.
Yeah, all right, let's go to our Around the NFL segment, which is brought to you by our sponsor, Total Roofing and Construction. I probably should have used the time that they were working on Kyle's desk to write the sponsor segment, but I didn't. So, hey, Brett, do you know something that I really hate?
What?
We're going into the holidays. I really hate like putting lights on my house.
Yeah,
Lights suck.
they
Don't
do.
you agree?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't want to have to like Clark Griswold my house.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
But Total Roofing has like a cool thing that we can help you with your holiday lights.
Tell me more.
I was gonna ask you to tell me more, but I can tell you more.
Oh yeah, okay. So I work for a company called Total Roofing, just like Eric, and we do what's called jellyfish lighting. It's permanent lighting for your home. You can do Christmas lights and have it be Christmas colors, or on a day like today, you could do orange and navy because you're sad a Bears fan. Or on Saturdays, if you're a Notre Dame fan, you can do gold and green. Or on St. Patrick's Day, you can do green. On Easter, you can do Easter colors. And Memorial Day weekend, on Labor Day, and 4th of July, you can do red, white, and blue. You never have to take these lights down because they're permanent. They go on your soffit. They are the biggest lights on the market that you can get. And the best part is where they're installed by Total Roofing employees who are also qualified to work on your roof, siding, fascia, soffit. So if there's anything we need to do to manipulate the lights to make sure that you get your whole house done, we have the guys that do it for you. And the best part is, once they're up, they ain't coming down. Unless you move and you want them to go down, then we can do that. We can uninstall them and reinstall them. They're a beautiful product.
Wow, that was off the top of the dome.
I blacked out. What happened?
What a great product pitch. Yeah. So permanent lighting, it's become a bit more of a thing over the recent years, especially in some like upper scale, like middle class neighborhoods for sure.
And there's a lot of options out there too. Like a lot of people are doing this, but I do stand behind the fact that Jellyfish is the best.
Yes.
It's just the lights are a lot bigger, a lot more capabilities with the app, and allow you to just have a lot of fun and control it. You can have different zones for your house. Put it on the schedule. So like the front of the house could be Christmas, and the back could be the party. You know, whatever party colors you want.
Party in the back.
Or you can rave, like like a mullet.
Security lighting up front, party lighting in the back.
Your house can have its own mullet.
There you go. But the app is really cool. Millions of colors because it's got LEDs in them, so those LEDs can change every color under the rainbow, mix and match them. It's fantastic. Simple to use app, all that great stuff.
It usually takes about a week and a half for delivery. Once you sign, get the half down in, take about a week and a half for it to come from Utah. And after that, we're about a week out. So if you really want to get them for Christmas, now's the time to get things in motion so we can make sure that you have your Christmas lights up underneath your soffit line. And if you have specialty siding or fascia soffit, we can work with that too. There's different tracks that go into it, different clips. Again, that's the beauty of our guys knowing how to not only install the premium siding and making it fit with your Jellyfish lighting, etc.
Yes, there are options on the market for you to do. Like if you go on Amazon, you can find a light called Govee. It's just like little like lights on a string,
strands.
And you put it along like the peak of your house, and it just looks really bad compared to like what we're doing, where it's like we're literally putting a metal track that like blends in with your fascia and your soffit, and the lights peek out there. Like if you're standing on the corner of the street or like on the curb and looking at the house, like you can't even tell the track is there.
Yep.
Like it just looks like the lights are like a natural part of your house. It's really cool. So yeah, if you pay somebody like thousands of dollars to do the Christmas lights on your house every year, like this product is a little bit more expensive, but a couple years of paying that person to hang the lights it pays for itself.
Exactly.
And you can use them in
never taken off.
Yeah, and you can use them in so many other applications, like you said, security, sports, like all that stuff. So
if you got an annoying neighbor, you want to piss them off, just keep the lights on year round all the time. Like who cares?
I think Justin.
Well, not all the time, but
Justin told me the story. Like when he first put him on his house, he was like outside at like 2 a.m. like playing with them, and his neighbors probably thought that he was having a rave because he was like blasting lights like into his neighbor's like window. So if you want to know your neighbors, that's the way to go for it.
Yeah.
But I also hear, since we do have a postcard campaign going on now that has $500 off a roof, $300 off of a Jellyfish light install. So if you email 9to5bears to brett@totalroofingconstruction.com,
yes,
you can get the $300 off. What a great synergy with our postcard campaign.
I agree. Email me 9to5bears. I can read and I can understand what it says, and I'll be able to get you that discount that Eric just mentioned.
That's Brett@totalroofingconstruction.com, and you can visit our Jellyfish page on our website, totalroofingandconstruction.com. Kyle made a really awesome Jellyfish product showcase video that turned out fantastic, and our boss Justin was in it. But Kyle edited the shit out of that video, and it's one of our most popular videos on YouTube. Yeah, just the walkthrough of it.
Kyle is awesome.
Kyle is awesome. So around the NFL, did you watch any other games this week, Brett?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Well, I mean, the bars I was at, I had the Bears game on, nothing else.
Yes.
So, but I know enough to be dangerous.
We just do a couple sentences about each game anyway. Jets 39, Bengals 38. If the Jets can put up 39 on the Bengals defense, then we have to as well.
Yes.
No excuses. We already kind of covered that. Joe Flacco continues to turn back the clock, which is amazing. Jets won in honor of Nick Mangold, who we found out passed away that day, Sunday, from complications from kidney disease. He was only 41. He leaves behind a wife and 4 children.
Very sad.
I mentioned to you that you think of, there are certain players you just think about are like synonymous with their teams, like Walter Payton in the Bears, Jason Kelsey in the Eagles, Tom Brady in the Patriots. Nick Mangold was that caliber of player.
He was an amazing offensive lineman for them for years, probably his entire career. I don't know if he went and played.
No, he played. He was the center for the Jets for every quarterback that took a snap for them from like 2006 to like the late 2010s.
Yeah.
And he played that whole time with kidney disease.
That's crazy.
He was diagnosed in 2006. So
wow.
Tough dude.
Very sad.
Yeah. It's just our sympathies go out to him and his family and his kids that got left behind. As we're getting closer to that age, 40, that feels really young. So
it does. It's terrible.
Yeah, just treasure the time you have with people that you have it with.
Amen.
Become an organ donor.
Yeah.
So can help save a life. So, Bills 40, Panthers 9. Unfortunately, the Panthers were on the receiving end of the Bills get right game.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yep. I mean, everyone knew that was going to probably be an ass whooping, and it
James
was.
Cook
And Josh
just-
Allen finally played pretty decent, and James Cook.
Yeah, incredible.
It was a great day for running backs yesterday. I think like 8 running backs had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's the National Tight Ends Day.
National Tight End
It's
Day.
National Running.
Yeah.
Shout out to the tight ends.
Actually, kind of sucked yesterday. Tight ends day.
Shout out to the tight ends who have great marketing because like there's no other position group that has like a day in the NFL, do they? I don't think so. So yeah, shout out to the tight ends. Got great marketing.
Yeah.
49ers 15, Texans 26. I didn't hear anything about this game, so I don't really have anything to.
Don't know anything. That
Okay,
happened.
cool.
I know Christian McCaffrey had like 5 fantasy points. That's all I know.
Cool. Browns 13, Patriots 32. This is like
Drake May
every
played
week
really
that Drake
well.
May looks good, Caleb continues to look worse.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to Drake May. It doesn't feel fair. The Patriots still have like 10 years of suffering they need to go through.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just really frustrating. Bucks 23. No, Giants 20, Eagles 38. Scattaboo with did you see the pictures of the ankle injury?
I did not. I don't want to.
Oh yeah, it's yeah, your ankle's not supposed to go that way. Is all I'll say
Feel
about
bad
that.
for him because he's a fun player to follow, and but man, 2 weeks ago they shocked the world and beat the shit out of the Eagles, and then 2 weeks later, Saquon Barkley finally had a Saquon Barkley game, which I was desperately wanting. I just traded for him in fantasy. I traded my buddy A.J. Brown. He needed a wide receiver, and I got Saquon. I had to give him a tight end too. A.J. Brown didn't play.
Yeah.
And Saquon had like 40 points. So that was I think I won the trade already. But
Yes.
And it's a starter or keeper league, so I'll get to keep Saquon Barkley now.
I think I was listening to Pardon My Take this morning, and they said that A.J. Brown went back on all of his tweets and deleted every tweet where he was complimentary of Jalen Hurts. So that's something very petty that I can appreciate. But yeah, things
But
are.
just last week he had like
That's
8
what
catches
everyone's
and
saying. It's
100
like,
yards
yeah,
and
he had
touchdown.
117 yards, like 2 touchdowns.
Right.
So it's like a week after you like get involved and have like the most productive game of the season, you're like back to your shenanigans.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. AJ Brown is just not happy
Right.
on the Eagles, so that's
Yeah.
interesting. Bucks 23, Saints 3.
Didn't watch a second.
Not a surprise. Spencer Rattler got pulled.
I did see the pick 6.
Tyler Shuck,
Ugh,
spelled Shough, but they pronounce it Shuck.
wow.
Played. Didn't look good.
I bet. I saw one play from that game. It was the pick 6. Like they were up against their own end zone, and the guy tried to throw it, and the Buccaneers defender just jumped. And it catches it at the 5-yard line, just truck sticks the quarterback, and he's in the end zone. So that was a microcosm of that game.
Titans 14, Colts 38.
Yeah,
Colts are incredible.
Indiana Indiana Jones.
I knew the Titans weren't good, but I wanted to watch the Colts, and they were on the local channel for the first time, I think.
Afternoon game.
They're incredible. Their players make some like stupidly fantastical contested catches that like I'm just so jealous that I wish our players would make, where it's like the receiver jumps up and catches the ball while the guy's like around his waist and just stuff like that.
And Jonathan Taylor is the MVP.
Amazing. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's about to pass Edgerrin James for the most touchdowns in Colts history by running back.
And he's
only played
game.
like
7 games.
Yeah,
Right.
78 games.
Wow.
Total.
Total. Okay, I thought you meant like
Yeah.
in the season.
But still, like Edgerrin James is like a legendary
Yeah.
running back. So that's crazy. Also Derrick Henry passed Walter Payton for the all-time touchdown record. So ironic that would be against us, you know. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor's amazing. Tyler Warren is what I want my tight end to be. It pisses me off. And then Michael Pittman Jr. is just making ridiculous catches. Yeah, the Giants, man. How do you feel about like Daniel Jones?
The Colts
leaving, on the Colts, just being amazing.
Oh yeah, and then Saquon Barkley too. Like, but and then you finally get like a guy like Cam Scattaboo, and then he gets injured. But
I feel bad for the Giants, man.
But that's how it goes, though. I mean, change of scenery sometimes can be the best blessing in disguise for athletes, and you see it time and time again. And Daniel Jones is a prime example of that.
True. Cowboys 24, Broncos 44.
Matt Eberflus is going to get fired.
He probably should. Bo Nix, stop making our quarterback look bad, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. But the Cowboys continue to baffle.
I know.
Like, they're so like bipolar week to week. Like one week
Really?
they'll put up 40 points, and then like this week they'll just like shit the bed.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's the Cowboys. And then last night, Sunday Night Football, the most impossible game to watch as a Bears fan. Packers 35, Steelers 25. I was like, I want this game to end in a tie, or maybe just like the stadium collapse into the earth in a giant sinkhole so that neither team wins. Because I didn't want Rodgers to win, but I also like wanted the Steelers to beat the Packers to help us in the division. But like that would require me needing Rodgers to win. Yeah, so I watched this game. It's like the most like apathetic, neutral stance I've ever watched a game ever in my life.
I did not watch a second of this game. I didn't even know they played until this morning. I didn't know who the Sunday night game was.
Brett didn't know what was going on last night.
I got after
to
it.
be fair.
It was unfortunate, but
no, that's good. That's solid.
Jordan Love, I did see his stat line. He had like 21 straight completed passes at one point. He's might be good, I guess. I did see.
I don't want to talk about it.
My sister in our family chat sent videos of my niece wearing my brother-in-law's Packers gear, and she's just trying on all the Packers shit. So I probably need to buy her a couple.
You need to intervene, yeah.
But I think it's a lost cause.
Your responsibility as uncle to intervene.
I know, but I was gonna wear Bears like gear for the podcast, but I didn't want to today. So I kind of understand how she feels. So I would never put on a Packers shirt, but
yeah. And I have no idea who's playing tonight.
It's the Chiefs and the Commanders. Should be a good one.
Oh, interesting. Great.
I think Jaden Daniels will be playing tonight.
Maybe Troy Aikman will be in a better mood.
Hopefully it's the Manning
so
cast.
Grumpy.
Hopefully it's the Manning cast.
Maybe I will watch the Manning cast. I've never considered watching that before, but like maybe I will.
Every once in a while I will.
Yeah, because
I usually watch it on mute though.
Hate Troy Aikman.
Well, yeah, the game I will.
He sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. I did want to touch on one thing briefly, not football, because you brought it up earlier last week.
What's
that? It was the NBA gambling scandal thing.
Yeah.
You brought up to me. What an insane story.
Yeah.
You take part in the betting more than I do, so I didn't know if you had like a certain way you felt about it or.
Oh, I mean, I learned my lesson betting on the NBA. Like the NBA is really foolish, and because that's one where you can really control things, and that's the league that's had such issues with players betting on their own prop bets.
Yeah.
And then just totally, shit in the bed intentionally. And you saw that Terry Rozier, who was involved in one of the scandals, just blatantly like turning the ball over.
Somebody put
a
clip together a bunch of his plays from last year, and now with the benefit of the information, you're like, wow, that's egregiously obvious.
Yeah, so that was crazy. Chauncey Billups, I loved Chauncey Billups when he was a player with the Pistons.
Yeah.
Like, I love Chauncey Billups, and I'm really upset to see what's going to happen to him and his legacy, because he was part of this thing too, and also like the poker games, and they had glasses that it's like, remember on Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Number 2 has like
the eye patch,
patch, but he could count the card underneath or see it. And that's what they were doing, like with the mafia involved. Like this is like crazy. I can't wait for the movie to come out though, or a documentary.
Yeah.
But holy shit, that was nuts last week.
Yeah, that's gonna be a movie. Like it has to be. Yeah, I posted it on Facebook. I'm honestly not surprised that this is happening.
Yeah, because betting is so mainstream right now.
The speed at which I remember when betting got legalized, however many years it's been now, and then the speed at which it so quickly integrated itself into sports.
Sports, yeah.
And sports just accepted it with open arms was like really disorienting.
Yeah.
And now we've gone to like having like all of these pregame shows where like they have multiple betting segments. It's like, here's like Terry Bradshaw's like parlay. It's like, what the fuck does Terry Bradshaw know about like putting together a parlay on a betting app, or like all the shows have that, or like all the players have like odds next to their name, or all the games have like the over under next to them. And it's like, it's so heavily ingrained with sports now. And like the leagues are like brought to you by all the sports books, and like the Superdome is sponsored by Caesars. And so it's like, we have all this stuff. It's not surprising to me that the players, especially in the NBA where like players can control more of the outcome, that started doing this stuff, like especially the guys that like don't make as much, where it's like, oh, I could affect the outcome of this game, or I could affect like my own people bet on my own stats, and I could just throw the ball away and like cash that bet.
Yep.
Yeah, like why are we surprised that this happened? Like in a league that is sponsored by the gambling books, that has segments by every gambling book in the pregame shows, that shows you like 3 commercials every commercial break, where it's like, here's $100 free, and then like supercharge your bet, and then like now FanDuel has a thing where you can like have the slider and like make your own odds for like the whatever bet you want.
I've used it before.
Like, of course this happened. Like, why are we surprised that this is happening? They caught Jonte Porter last year doing it. He was like a nobody on the Raptors,
Michael
and he was just making extra money.
Yep.
So yeah, this is a serious issue. The viability of betting and the length that it has kind of incorporated itself into sports league, like its validity depends on the outcome of the games feeling like they're still random.
Yeah.
And if they catch a bunch more players doing this and it starts to come out that like they're affecting these games to like win bets and stuff, then that really puts at question like gambling depends on that. Like if not, then you're just like gambling on like WWE, which I don't even know if you can do.
I don't think so.
Because it's scripted. Yeah, because
Right.
it's scripted. Because there's so many games in the NBA, I think it would take something much larger. If this was happening in the NFL where there aren't as many games and that clearly has the most money bet on it, at least I would
Right.
assume so because it's the biggest sports league, that would be a significant problem for all the leagues involved. So I'm not opposed to betting. I'm not against it. You know, we have a lot of people in this office that bet. We talk about bets all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it because I have kids and I have to send them to school and feed them. But we can't sit here and pretend to be surprised and like have our mouths agape when we're like, who could have seen this coming?
Yeah.
How did this possibly happen? We'll talk about it next time on Sports Center presented by ESPN Bet. Like, it's insane.
Don't forget to refer a friend to get $50 in bonus
and
bets.
that's even more dangerous because now like the NFL like owns a part of ESPN that owns ESPN Bet. So it's like they have like a loose affiliation with a sports book now.
Right. Well, and then athletes can be sponsored by these websites. Like LeBron, I know, is sponsored.
Does
and he's an
DraftKings.
active NBA player.
Yeah.
And he's offering up parlays. And I mean, it is really baffling and how it's so accessible though, man. Like I remember, I made one gamble or like one bet when before this was mainstream. It wasn't even legal yet. It was Bovada. And I was scared because like it was like euros almost. So I put $30 in it. I think it was when Loyola was in the Final Four or something like that. But either way, now it's everywhere. It's everywhere, and you could just put the money in, $10 right now, and it's already there. Like it's just. Yeah.
Right. And they have algorithms built to like serve you bets too, where it's like,
my Twitter, dude. I go on Twitter and it's all parlays. And then I'm like, oh, that's gonna hit. And I put $5 on it, and it
somebody cooked up that parlay.
Right.
I'm gonna hit it.
It's it's not gonna hit, but what if it does? And I can win a couple grand.
Yes. So. We're in the post betting sports landscape now. So betting is not gonna go away. Like the sports leagues make way too much money. They're not gonna like divest themselves from like sports books and stuff. Like it's not gonna happen. It would take legal action at the very height of our government to even like begin to have that conversation, and even that would encounter very serious pushback because of how much money is made in it now. So we have to figure out, and by we I mean the sports leagues, how can you morally run your supposedly randomly competitive sports leagues and be in bed with the betting, the gambling apps, the sports books, and all that stuff, and have it be fair and have trust in the consumer that the outcomes are mostly random,
right?
Mostly random. So, I mean, the odds would say otherwise, but I should feel like I should be able to place a bet, and that nothing outside of like there should be no internal forces that are interfering with me placing that bet.
Yeah,
like the player.
Yeah,
and if that confidence starts to like whittle away in the public, then all that money's going to go away anyways. So I would think that the leagues have a vested interest in making sure this doesn't happen, and I would expect the penalties to get much more severe for this, because now this is the second time it's happened in the NBA.
Right.
I was talking to my dad about it yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, it should be like if you get caught doing this, like you're jeopardizing the integrity of the league. Contract terminated, you're banned.
Oh, I think
like,
Chauncey and Terry will be banned.
You have to have a zero tolerance policy. Like you're not getting paid anymore. Your contract's terminated, and you're just out.
Right.
You have to.
Yep.
That's the only way to stop people from doing it. Otherwise, you can't just slap on the wrist.
Yep.
And the fact that the mafia is involved, absolutely insane.
Definitely can't just be a slap on the wrist. You might end up in the back of your own car and dead.
Yeah. Be wearing concrete shoes.
Might get whacked.
Yeah. Sleeping with the fishes.
Luca Brasi.
No, yeah. So yeah, I just thought that was interesting because that kind of affects all sports.
Yeah, it does.
And it affects, like you said, there are a couple guys in our office that bet. We talk
betting
about
dumb. Betting. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't bet. It's just not good.
I also like the disclaimer at the end of every betting commercial where it's like, please, if you're addicted to betting, please, of your own free will, call the betting hotline. And it's like
1-800.
No, when you're addicted, you're not just gonna willingly seek out help most of the time. Like,
right.
It's okay. We have a moral obligation to tell the people that to not get addicted, but we're gonna do everything in our power to get them addicted to our apps.
Yep.
Great stuff. So Bengals next week, victory Monday, hopefully.
Yeah, we will be. It'll be a victory Monday. I know.
You pretty sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Guaranteed. Brett's back on. The only constant in our show is that Brett will always find a way to be back on for the next week over the course of the show.
I am an optimist. I am Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. Wow. Don't sue us. Who owns that? Hasbro. Hasbro, please don't sue us.
Oh, my God.
All
right.
We'll send Disney because they own everything.
Win.
Yes, we're going to win. Socials, if you want to interact with the show. 9 to 5 Bears, wherever podcasts are found on your favorite podcatcher. 9 to 5 Bears on YouTube. We broke 50 subs.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Thank you so much for 50
rich.
subs. My younger cousin goes to ISU, and I was at my aunt's house after my grandma's birthday on Saturday, and her newer boyfriend, I've met him a couple times. He's new around the family. He came up. He's like, hey, I subscribed to your show, and I told my cousin, I'm like, you keep him around.
Yeah.
So
he's a winner.
Shout out to Max. Thank you for subscribing. You're a good dude.
Yeah.
At Bears9to5 on Instagram. At 9 to 5 Bears on TikTok. We're almost at 100 followers on TikTok. Very cool. Thank you guys so much.
TikTok.
It's been very cool interacting with some of you on there. It's been pretty cool. Thank you for the compliments on my hat. A lot of people like my hat.
I know. You have a nice hat.
Thank you. Hector, our production manager, got it for me for Christmas 2 years ago, and I think he said he got it from Lids. So if you don't find it at Lids, that's not my fault. It was 2 years ago. Call and yell at Hector.
Call Hector.
Yes.
His number is 708.
No, don't dox him. Don't dox him. That's okay. TotalRoofingConstruction.com, our sponsor. Check that out. There's a lot of great stuff on there. You can see the brand new website we built last year. Some of the videos that Kyle worked on are there. If you have any questions about like your roof or your house or any stuff like that, give us a call. Email 9 to 5 Bears to Brett to get $500 off roof
Please.
or $300
No one's
off
emailed
Jelly
me
Light.
yet.
Yes, we want to take advantage of that. And then also, if you want to email us and air your grievances, you can. We do have an email address, 9to5bears@gmail.com. Maybe if you email me something about the way you're feeling about the Bears, I can read it on the show.
Yeah.
That would be a fun little mailbag segment. Yeah. We just don't have the technology to have people call in yet.
No.
So maybe we'll get there.
We don't want that. Not yet, at least.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week for Victory Monday. Bear down.
All right.